night of loneliness.
Are you recording?
Yeah. Loneliness always comes to you at night. Sometimes it is difficult to fall asleep, but at the same time, your consciousness is not fully awake and become very sensitive. Uh, it feels like you are walking from corner to corner inside of your head. Once in my childhood, uh, I found a book in our bookcase, which was with the name "Everybody Dies Alone." And I never wanted to read this book because I felt that it is as scary and as um, sad as its name. When I grew up, the name of the book started come in my mind during these sleepless nights. And it happened in different periods of my life. When I was with somebody, when I was alone, when I was married, when I was divorced. Sometimes I slept together with my husband in one bed and I felt that I'm alone in all the world. And it felt like little part of me lives with him, but the whole me lives separately. Here, in my head, where I used to find myself only during the sleepless nights. And those parts would touch other people, would touch men. They are separate from each other, they are different, they are small, and this part who sits alone here, this is big part. It's always same, and it is real me. And at nights like this, I often think about end of my life. Even if someone would hold my hand, would sit near my bed, it could be that I will not feel it and I will not see them because of some disease which people have when they are old. And even being surrounded by close people, I would be locked here in my head where I am completely alone, same as I'm alone right now during this sleepless night. It feels like there are no one else in this world, like this world is completely empty. Yes, there are a lot of people around, but when I am with them, I don't touch them. If the words and the smiles just slide down on the surface. And even if I feel warm at some moment, and I feel close at some moment, this moment will finish and loneliness will come back. First, I felt how real this phrase, everybody dies alone, when in 2008 my mom had surgery. It was just simple surgery, not dangerous. And I brought her to the hospital and she said, okay, go home. I will be here. And I was standing there and looking how she's walking inside, and I felt pain because there inside she will be completely lonely. She will sleep with anesthesia and become alone there in her head. And the same year, I got sick myself, and I thought that it is forever. And it was several years of my life like one endless, sleepless night of loneliness. And during that time, I found out that I'm wearing mask of runner, which people feel that this person is avoiding the world, but this person feels that he is thrown out by the world. Nobody needs them, nobody sees them. When I was 15, once I was locked in the library because they didn't notice that I am sitting there and reading a book. I was invisible even then. And at that time I didn't read Lise Bourbeau book about masks, but even without her book I understood that I'm invisible, I'm a shadow in this world. I am alive, but for people I don't exist. When I spent 3 years in my bed and I was awake not more than 5 hours a day, nobody of my relatives knew about it, and no one knows about it even now. Everybody was walking in and out, and nobody see that something is wrong with me. My mom, who lived with me in this small one-bedroom apartment, didn't see that I'm not getting out of the bed for years. And I was asking myself, would they notice if I will die? Yes, there were reasons which formed this situation in my childhood. But childhood finished, but I am still a shadow. And even people who live together with me in one room don't see me. My boyfriend, long distance boyfriend, helped me to get out of the bed. He just used Google and found out my disease, and I started treatment. For the mask of runner, according to Lise Bourbeau, it's natural to feel a lot of fear. And since my childhood, I was suffering from nightmares. It was terrible horror which come and scared me every night. Even at nights when I didn't have nightmares, I was scared to have it. I was scared of the dark time. I was scared of sleeping because it is horror which is impossible to cope with because there was no visible reason for it. And in my dream, almost always, I had to run from someone. I had to escape from someone chasing me. And my friend, who was psychoanalytic, psychoanalyst, told me that this force which is chasing me, it's my own power, my own aggression, which I don't admit and which I don't own. And at that time I thought this feeling of loneliness is just natural thing which all people have, but not everybody recognizes it inside. And it is just lifetime thing for any of us. And even when I will become achiever and I got a lot of friends, this feeling of loneliness was with me anyways, in these sleepless nights, like my best friends, almost my lover. No, neither money, no adventures didn't make it away. Every night, not every night, but quite often, this loneliness used to come to me, like saying, I'm here with you always. And recently I had a dream as usually in my nightmares, I was attacked by a huge animal. But I didn't run away as I did before. I attacked this animal myself. And I didn't try to kill it. I was fighting with it. I was holding it. And I made it obey me. And it was my huge victory. My first million I made didn't feel this huge event in my life as this was. And at that point, I suddenly understood that my dates with loneliness and sleepless nights are over. That even if I drink coffee too late and cannot fall asleep, I get not loneliness but love. I'm not walking from corner to corner in my head, but I feel cherished in my light, half dreaming consciousness, and I enjoy waves of love which comes from somewhere like a tender, soft sea waves. They come by itself. I don't do any meditations or visualizations to bring them. So finally, I collected enough love to conquer my inner animal, my fear, and own my power. Love is power, and fear is absence of love. My marriage is not just a stamp in my passport. It's not a man who pays my bills or who looks for me to not let me forget my scarf in the restaurant. It's relationships which fills me with love, which warms my heart and fills my consciousness, not only my consciousness, but everything which is under and beyond. And I feel love even when I don't remember that I exist. Yes, this happened not from first attempt. I found love not from first attempt, and not from second, and hell even not from tenth, if I will count all my unsuccessful relationships. I just stood up one more time, then I fell down. If you will knock, it will be opened. And I thought that it will never be opened for me. Maybe for other people, but not for me. But it was not true. It will be opened to everybody. You just should keep knocking. This is my story, but it is very interesting for me. If anything from my feelings is known to you, if this feeling of loneliness or fear is known to you.
You start.